Hey, I know these are really tough times, so I wanted to break down the process on how to get your stimulus check as fast as possible. So obviously I'm not a tax expert, I'm not a CPA, I'm not licensed, so I can't tell you how to do this, but I can break down the process for you. So just don't take anything of what I say as tax advice or anything. Now, I've tried to make a lot of research on what's the fastest way to get your stimulus check, but there isn't a lot of information out right now. The IRS website, there's not a lot of information. And the bill that they passed, the stimulus bill, is about 820 something pages long, so I don't really have time to read all of it. But this is what I do know. The IRS is the department in charge of distributing all these checks to the population. So what we know is that you're gonna wanna have your 2019 taxes filed. And if you don't have your 2019 taxes filed yet, they're gonna look at your 2018 tax return. And if you do not have your 2018, I believe they're gonna look at your Social Security and look at your wages that way. I'm sure you've seen how they're gonna distribute the money, but I just wanna go through it really quickly for you. So for individuals, they're gonna distribute $1,200. For married couples, $2,400, and $500 per each child that married couple has. So the child does have to be under 17 years old to get that stimulus check. And they do have thresholds for these. So if you make more than the amount, you may not qualify, or you may, but they're just gonna deduct $5 for every 100 you go over their threshold. So I believe for individuals, it's $75,000 a year. So if you make $75,100, instead of the $1,200 stimulus check, they're gonna deduct $5 for every 100 you go over. So you'd be getting $1,195. From the research I've done, it looks like these $1,200 or $2,400 or however much you're getting is gonna be a tax credit for 2020 or for the following year. It's not very clear, so I would think that, eventually we are going to have to pay this money back for them to balance their books, but I'm not so sure, but that's what it seems like right now. So again, we know that you need to have your 2019 tax return filed for you to get your stimulus check as fast as possible. But keep in mind that the IRS has to distribute 100 million checks. So I'm sure they don't even have the staff to deal with that workload. So hopefully we get the stimulus check within the next few weeks. And the fastest way to tell probably is that if you filed your tax return and you set yourself up for direct deposit for your tax refund, it's most likely that the IRS will deposit your stimulus check through direct deposit. So if you don't know, go back to your 1040 forms, and go through them, and make sure to see if your tax preparer, CPA, accountant set you up for direct deposit. If you're getting your tax refund via mail, then you probably don't have direct deposit. So I would get on the phone with the IRS right away to set up your banking information, give them your routing number and your bank account number. I have the IRS phone number right here. It's 1-800-829-1040. So again, if you don't have your direct deposit set up, make sure to call them and set it up so you can get your stimulus check as fast as possible. You also want to check that your address is correct on all your forms. If you're not getting the direct deposit set up, if you're getting your stimulus check via mail, make sure your address is right so it goes to the right address. And again, if you don't have your 2019 taxes, they're probably going to look at your 2018 taxes. So if you haven't filed 2019 yet, make sure to go back to 2018, set up direct deposit if you can, or make sure your address is correct so the check gets sent to the right address. Now, I know I'm sure they're super busy right now, the IRS, their phone number, and I called them not too long ago, so I can give you a few numbers you can try to go direct to somebody. So when you call, they have the phone menu, all the options. I would dial 1, then 2, 2, 3, 2. That's what got me in last time, and I screenshotted it just for my record. So keep that in mind. Hopefully you reach somebody as fast as possible. Give them your routing number, bank information, so you can get your stimulus check as fast as possible. So I hope you're doing well really during these tough times. I hope this information is helpful, and please stay safe and stay at home. Take care.